Just how do you get a job in the video game industry? Many of you living outside of London, Brighton or Bath might be wondering how you can break into the industry, particularly if you're up here in Scotland. Some of you might know me as the guide writer for VG247, and I don't just write guides, I'll do reviews, op-ed, and I'll write about The Witcher 3 as often as they'll let me. I started out as a freelance writer, which meant that I pitched ideas to editors, whether they be reviews, whether they be op-eds, some of them were guides. Freelancing can be a great way to make money when you start out, and many of my friends do freelancing full time. It can be incredibly lucrative, whether you're doing it again off your own steam or perhaps a retainer with a company. When I started as the guide writer for VG247, it was for 3 months. So I was taken on, worked full time for 3 months, proved my worth a wee bit, and was offered my job full time. Mine is not an unusual story, but it's not really common either. Most of the writer pals I have started out as freelance, and a lot of them would have had a secondary job to support that freelance, because sometimes you could go 6 weeks and you'll have all the work in the world, you'll barely have a day off, and then you might have 8 weeks, 3 months of 1 or 2, not very much. So it's not for the faint-hearted. When pitching to an editor or responding to a request, you really want to think out your pitch in your email. When you're sending in a pitch to an editor or responding to a request for pieces, you want to be quite upfront with what you're planning on doing. So that means getting the point out, what the article's about really early. Have you interviewed people? Are you going to interview people? Who are they? What is that about? It's really easy just to say things like, oh, I've got a great idea to write about Red Dead Redemption. That's great, but what is it? We need to see a bit of your personality. So are you quite tongue-in-cheek? Are you quite jovial? For writing in games, you don't necessarily need to have any degree qualifications. Some of them barely finished high school by the sound of things. But especially up here, it feels like having a degree certainly might give you an edge, but it isn't a definite requirement. Writing experience is key, so I would suggest to all keen games writers, start a blog. Put your ideas up there, doesn't matter how silly, how far-reaching they are. It's a good place to put a portfolio for yourself, and I would say that for anyone in the gaming industry. Make an online portfolio for yourself and have an online presence, particularly through Twitter. A lot of games jobs will be announced on Twitter. A lot of them will be announced through Facebooks as well. If you want to try and join, Facebook groups, journal Facebook groups, that's a really good idea as well. Twitter seems to be still where it's kind of all at. Other places you can search is, Indeed, all the rest of it. Your normal job searches will show up some, but it's more about getting in amongst the industry to find these jobs. A lot of magazines or online web places, online sites such as ours or Eurogamer or PC Games N or PC Gamer will put online on their Twitter, we're looking for people to do guides for blah, or we're looking for this, and some people will put out pitch guides and they're really, really useful. It's always a good idea to either go for the editor, the deputy editor, unless they ask for something, say the guides editor specifically, and go and address them. And again, with freelance, you just really need to be really resilient. You have a lot of patience. People can be slow getting back to you. However, if it's been a few weeks since you've submitted a piece of work and you haven't been paid, you are well within your right to contact them again a few times to make sure you get your money, because it's a trade agreement. Don't sit there and do anything for free, because you can die of exposure. And that's what I always suggest, making your own blog, your own site to showcase your work, because unless you're maybe a group of friends and you're doing it all together, you don't want to be doing all this work for free, because it can eat into so much of your free time. Even if it's, I'm enjoying playing this game anyway and I want to write about it, don't put it all out there for free. You have more worth and more value than that. So take pride in yourself and just pitch to everyone, pitch to anyone. If you pitch to the wrong person in a company, they'll tell you point blank, go and email this person instead. So just have confidence in yourself. But it isn't for everyone. Freelance isn't for everyone. Guide writing isn't for everyone, but I don't solely just do guides. As I said, I can do a lot of other work. I'm very lucky, the team I've got, and I'm lucky to be able to remote work. I don't see any real need to be down in London and that all the time. Everything, all the information we're getting is digital, so why not let people stay at home? Why not have people all over the country getting unique views, going to unique events that they maybe wouldn't go to otherwise, because they didn't have a Scottish representation up here. So I think there's good scope for Scotland to have its own community, and it's a good idea to go to gaming events. There's one in Glasgow every month, there's several up in the likes of Aberdeen and Edinburgh, and get in amongst all your people and don't be shy. It doesn't matter if someone wants to be a writer, it doesn't matter if someone wants to be an animator or a programme lead. You all need to mix together, because you will all mix together eventually. You'll make your game, you'll send it to your PR will send it to us. So be friendly, be non-judgmental, appreciate everyone's skills, don't talk any dirt about anyone because you never know where it's going to put you, and just get yourself out there. If you want any more tips or tricks about getting into the video game journalism industry, then hit me up on Twitter. I'm at L_Aitken. And if you already work in video games or you're getting a dab hand freelance, just drop me a line anyway. It's always good to connect. I'll see you next time. We'll talk more about games. Have you played The Witcher 3?